Hello everyone, this is Souhaib from Towards the Six Metal and Black Metal Artists, and tonight I'm hosting a guitarist from a symphonic black metal band from Morocco, which I personally like for their latest and first full-length album. So let's all say welcome to Raven from Pagan Ulver.
Hello, guys.
So let's begin first with analyzing the name, Pagan Ulver. It sounded like a tribute to the Norwegian black metal scene. Can you talk about the inspiration behind this name and how it reflects your musical philosophy?
Okay, so back to the beginning of the whole name, Pagan Ulver, actually. So, as you can see, here is the flag of Norway. So, we are actually huge fans of the Norway scene. So back then in 2020, when we decided to start the band, we actually gave it as a tribute, as you said, to the Norwegian scene. So we adopted the name from the Norwegian scene using the Norwegian language, I would say Norsk. So we try to adapt it to our lifestyle back then. So we used to live as a wolf pack.
Mhm.
We used to be, three people, just three teenagers, doesn't know how to play music, fucked up and depressed actually. So our first place to rehearse, or actually where we founded the band back then, it was like a cave uh, under the ground. So we used to adopt the lifestyle of a wolves. So that's why actually we choose the name Pagan Ulver. So it's actually translates to pagan wolves.
Yeah.
So our lifestyle was back then like wolves, like pagan wolves, trying to live and hide from other people because we used to have that ideology of nihilism and misanthropy. We still have that still today. We still nihilistic and misanthropic people. You could say that it's actually still up to this date. We're trying to revive that because we in the first album we drifted actually in the latest dates from that ideology. So we actually took another path where we drifted further from the misanthropic side and the nihilistic side. But
Yeah.
we actually, for the next releases or the next album or whatever you could call it, we're actually bringing that back, that misanthropic personality, you could say.
Yeah.
So that's why actually that's the whole story behind the name. That's you could say why we choose the name Pagan Ulver. So it's actually not that it doesn't have that impact on the music, I could say, but the themes of it, like you could say, it does have a huge impact on the nihilistic or tragedy, self-destruction stuff. So I guess if it's the whole atmosphere, but
I see. Like the wolves getting out in the night and howling like the whole black metal thing. This is so black metal.
yeah. As you could say, when we used to have that cave, we actually didn't call it a cave. We adopted the name from the Norwegian state actually to call it the the Helveti, which means hell in
Yeah.
Norwegian. So as the Euronymous and stuff, the Black Circle used to call the Helveti things. So yeah, it was like the Helveti to us, where we actually went to that cave from 3 or 2 p.m. to, I don't know, to the night, to the midnight, and we just go out and we watch the moon or stuff like that. So that's actually was the story behind it.
I see. Now, let's move to your music. It often blends raw black metal with melodic atmosphere passages. How do you find the balance between the melody and the chaos into your songwriting process?
Okay, for the music, actually, it's actually something that you could say, or I or how I love to call it, the as above and so below. There is nothing, there's no black without white, there's no evil without good, there's no sun without the moon. So there's no chaos without melody. You
Yeah.
always try to blend two things that it's actually related to each other, but it looks to the others as something that can be together. So you can't just tell someone to actually do this stuff. So for the music process, I actually not gonna say it's raw black metal. It's not that raw for me or for any black metal. They don't see it that raw. So we're not we're not ta- we're not taking that to the path of raw, you know, the raw black metal. So uh, for me, I always try or start the songs with melodies. So melodies starts to get into my mind and flow into my mind, and I'm starting to sing that melody and trying to gather ideas from there and here to
Yeah.
see if it's so I'm trying to actually to back to the story from the beginning. We changed so many times the genre. So we went from, because actually in the beginning we tried to adapt the style of post black metal thing, you could say, the black gaze stuff, because I'm a huge fan of Alcest,
Mhm.
so they're actually my favorite band. So anyway,
Nice.
uh, I try to adapt their style and take some elements from them, but it didn't work out. So with the changes in the lineup, we actually changed the style also. So we drifted again to the polished black metal style, you know, the Mgwa things and stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out either. So we actually changed again the style to the symphonic melodic black metal, how the majority loves to call. So with always starting with the melodies and then bringing back the chaos of black metal, I try to write the songs. So melodic is actually a huge element or a huge part of of our songs. With coming with the symphonic on the top, and they're the chaos of black metal. So that's how I try always to bring the sound of the chaos and the melody, as you ask in the question, with the huge support from the stories that I take or just try to describe or give a tribute to. There always fits that the atmosphere of the melodic and symphonic thing, you know. So with, like I said, with the stories, it always fits the vibe.
I
That's
see.
how.
It's all obvious in your first album, Obsidian Flame of Thy Offering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like I said, always in many other interviews or just chatting with people or with the band members, we're not trying to stay fixed in one genre. We're trying to adapt more styles in from album to other album. So I'm not gonna say it's exclusive news or something. We're trying
Okay.
to actually change a bit for the next album and try to adapt more other styles and rather not stay fixed in one position for one album and then adapt that style for the next album or the next release, which is gonna sound boring for at least for me for the music, because writing in one style, it's actually gonna give you the same results.
I
So
see.
people will get boring after that. So you have to change, or as I love to say, it's you have to evolve and discover other corners of your soul. So you have to, you know, to adapt other elements from other subgenre. Of course, staying in the black metal, you don't have to go
Yeah.
farther from that. You just have to, I don't know, adapt styles like, I don't know, Hate, Behemoth, or something like that. Bring other elements from other bands and actually give something different, give something new. Always surprise those audience or those fans that listens to you. You have to always give them something different, because I believe that human beings always love different stuff. Like
Yeah.
if you give them a taste of different, they love it. If you give them something different of other things, they might hate it. It's actually a risky adventure. You're not actually having a stable process. So you may people may love that, people may hate that,
Yeah.
but it's fine. You just have to discover yourself. You have to, to challenge yourself and give something different within the whole process of what you have to do.
Yeah. Like
So that's it.
you
That's how
just
I see.
mhm. Like you're just traveling to some music to find where are you fitting into?
Exactly, exactly. Because I'm not seeing myself in one position and doing the same thing. It's like a comfort zone. So I'm trying to break that comfort zone
Yeah.
within the music. You have to give something totally different from an album to another. You
Yeah.
have to experiment. Oh, how actually I love to call it. You have to experiment new things, call it experimental or whatever. But doing new things is actually always fun. It's always good for the music.
Yeah. So for me and the fans, we can like expect something totally different from the first album.
You could say so, yes. You could say so. I'm
Okay.
trying to be different, but not that different since I actually develop or evolve that slowly. So you have to go so slow. But
Okay.
I'm sure it's not gonna be the same as the first album. I'm totally sure about that.
I really can't wait to hear your next release.
I can't wait to, man. I'm just trying to give something. I don't know. We are in 2026. I don't know, 2027 or something like that. We're trying to deliver more releases. There is something coming. So beside that, beside the second album, so there is something different coming next.
Okay.
Maybe this year, I'm not sure, but probably this year there will be something new. I'm sure about that.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So, do you feel like being based in Morocco gives your black metal a different flavor or heat compared to bands coming from Nordic cold climate?
For us, I'm not sure if that actually goes to us too. I could say yes and no. For yes, yes, it's actually true because you're coming from Morocco. People
Yeah.
won't expect that you actually have that. Uh, People from other nations come to us or something like that. They ask like, we never know that black metal actually exists here because they don't know. The scene here is pretty underground.
Yeah.
Nothing. There is only few informations. I'm actually trying to deliver that for the future. You know, to write about the black metal and give opportunity to the other people outside Morocco to actually know what about the black metal or just have information about it so they can discover it. And actually, I could say it's no, because you're still doing black metal, so it's not something totally different from the other people. So
Yeah.
it's a yes and no question. It's not a fixed question. It
It's
it it, it, it adapts based on the style. So for those who play Chenza black metal, yes, I could agree that it gives them a huge flavor. But for us, it's not that good. It's not that different. It's just black metal. So you're trying to fit in the same puzzle of black metal.
I see. Yes, but actually no.
Yes, that's exactly the question. The
Yeah.
answer of the question, actually.
Well, as you said, Morocco has an underground scene, and it's also resilient. And it's actually one of the most resilient scenes in the Arab world, and especially after struggles in the early 2000s. So, how has that history of struggles shaped your themes in your music?
Well, as everybody knows, there is always struggles. So, but actually here in Morocco there was huge struggles back then in the 2000s. So everyone knows the incident of 2003 where actually jailed 14 people just for loving metal, which
Yeah.
is something ridiculous. So everyone can find that the story in internet. Just Google it, you will have it. But back to the music, if those struggles actually shaped our music or our sound, I'm not sure if because actually black metal didn't came from comfort. It always come from chaos and struggles. You
Yeah.
always bring the sound of black metal from these elements. You can't just have black metal from comfort. It's not black metal if it's coming from comfort.
Yeah.
You have to struggle. You have to deal with depression. You have to deal with mental illness. Sometimes for those who loves depressive, suicidal black metal or something like that. But I can say that it actually shaped the sound because we actually struggled when we started to play music because everybody here struggles with equipment, with rooms to rehearsal. Lucky that we have actually a rehearsal room here in Stas. We shared it with our idols, Sakadawaya band, so they actually it's their studio. So anyway, but yeah, struggles. It's a huge element of the sound of black metal, which we actually loves that element. So in actually our music, we can describe it as self-destruction music or something like that. So the struggles in the 2000s was always present for us too. So because it never fades, it's just there. You just have it. You can't you can't take it. It's like something that you inherit from your parents or something like that. You just
Yeah.
have it. It's just there. You have to deal with it. So it's something normal because we are living in a society that doesn't actually accept black metal or doesn't accept metal in general,
Yeah.
metal or rock. You have to deal with that in your whole life. It's something there. You just wake up
Satanic
in the morning.
music.
It's actually well, it's it's satanic music as you described. It's a huge stereotype on the whole scene. So especially when it comes to black metal, come on, it's a label, it's a ticket on your back. So
Yeah.
you just have to deal with it. Come on. You're always that satanic to them. So you sometimes, or I could say that in the beginning, we were trying to not approach that side. We were trying to not be looking that satanic, but we just found ourselves, being that way.
Yeah.
After that, actually, as I said before, and as I mentioned, we drifted from that, but we just brought that back again. We are just like raising our middle finger to the society, like fuck society. We're not
Fuck
dealing with your
society.
stereotypes. Yeah, that's exactly the spirit. You
Yeah.
just have to deal with it. It's there. So fuck it. Just live with it. Be
Yeah.
rebellious. That's the spirit of black metal. You have to do it this way. So yeah, the 2000s was actually those who lived in the 2000s and actually played or just listened to metal, they had huge struggles with that. So, but it's not fading. It's just there. You have to deal with it.
Yeah. It's all like in North Africa. It's
It's
we
yeah,
all live
it's
that way.
it's in Algeria, it's in Tunis, it's in Libya, Egypt. They all have the same struggles. They all deal with the same shit. You just have to go for it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Do it. That's it.
I know it's late, but congrats to your latest album, Obsidian
Thank you.
Flame of Thy Offering. Well, this album, I suppose, marks a new chapter for the band.
Probably not, because I believe that I left that chapter behind. I
Okay.
believe that for music, you have to always how to call it? Yeah, you have to divorce the album. So to write something to write new material or something new, totally new for the next release, you know, you have to divorce the first album
Yeah.
so you can have no trace left from the album. It's your album actually. It's something that you created,
Yeah.
but it's not you. It's not. It's not. It's something different. So that era or that the chapter was left behind. So I just divorced it and left it behind, trying to discover something new, to do something new. So yeah, it was a huge chapter, full of adventure, full of ups and downs. As you can say, it's coming from North Africa, so it's always have downs rather than ups. But
Yeah.
you know, you have to just deal with that shit again and again. But yeah, so I can say me and the rest of the band, we divorced that sound, so we're discovering ourselves within something totally different. Uh, it exists in the archive, so it always there.
Yeah.
But we're trying to discover something new, to go far beyond what we could do, something totally different. We have to explore ourselves, what we can do, what we have to give, what you have to do. It's not just something fixed, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
So it's always evolving. You're always trying to see something new. The struggle or the main issue actually with albums or with music here in North Africa, as you know. So yeah, it's you write an album, you record it, you release that album, and it's just there. You don't have to. It's not you don't have to. It's you don't have the chance to tour or to promote your album and take the whole time and take your whole time to promote it in other countries and do tours and play concerts. You know, you just release and move on to other things. It's
Yeah.
and that sucks. You have to jump from a personality to another one because I'm not gonna say there is no people who appreciate it, but the difference is come on, it's ridiculous here. It's just release music and move on.
Yeah.
You can't just stand in one point and promote that album, those shows. For us, we played only 3 shows in our whole career.
That
Imagine a
describes the
full
struggle
five
in
years, I
Morocco.
guess, and half, only 3 shows, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
How are you gonna tour? You're not having any income, you're not having any resources, so you just stand there and time goes by, so you have to jump to another thing and do something new.
Yeah.
And it can be that it can be that disappointing for other bands, and I guess that's the reason why they just broke up or and move on with the music and do something new. Because it's if you wait an income from the music, you're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna stand there. So you just have to evolve and give something new. Maybe after the second album, maybe after the third album, maybe it will give you what you want. And it's not something that mainstream, you know, we're not trying to reach those people and be like, oh, hey, we're mainstream and something like new behemoth shit, you know.
Yeah.
But we're trying just to target those people who can appreciate the music. So we
Yeah.
can have like a dedicated fan base. It's not that large or something, just a small fan base where we sell our music, you know, just few copies and stuff, just so we can organize concerts since as as you know here in North Africa, if you're an artist, You have to be the manager. You have to be the concerts. You have to be the host, or you have to be the promoter. You have to be everything here.
Yeah,
You're artist, but at the same time, you have to do everything so you can boost your music, so your music can reach far more beyond what you could imagine, and that's actually exhausting in some way. So especially if especially if you have one person who is doing all this stuff, but it's fine for me. I just do this stuff because I love this stuff, so it's fine.
yeah. So, how do you describe the creative energy behind Obsidian Flame of Thy Offering?
Okay, so for the first album, it was actually not stable. It was like an up and down process. I was taking, the energy was not always there. So I had to take a break and then back to the music, take a break and then back again to the music. So it wasn't stable. It was like in mountains, like going up and down, up and down, up and down. So for the first songs, I guess Chaos and Falls was the first song that was composed, and then after came probably it's either Raven's Flock or Diabolical Eclipse of Sacrifice. I'm not sure, but again, uh, with time going by, the influence changed from a song to another. So that's why in the album you can find sometimes it's more on the it's leaning more on the black metal side, sometimes it's leaning more on the atmospheric side.
Yeah,
So it wasn't stable, and that's why uh, it was there. It was a variety of sounds. You could find atmospheric, you can find symphonic, melodic, and sometimes even in the final song, the Crimson Veil, I tried to give post-black elements, which I'm not gonna say I'm not proud of, but it's not that. I believe that song wasn't on the time, so I had to postpone it or something like that. But it was on the album, so I'm still proud of it. But again, it wasn't stable, so I'm trying to adapt that side of adaptation or on being dedicated to when I start to write a set of songs or a whole album. I have to do it on one time, so I can always keep the same elements, keep the same frame of the album, and not give variety of sounds, but give a variety of sounds to from a release to another, not just in one release. So that's how I can describe the energy behind the first album. It was driven by depression, sometimes driven by joy, sometimes driven by, I don't know, anger, sometimes driven by nothing. Just there, you have to do it because you have to do it.
yeah,
You have to release that album. And sometimes it's, like I said, driven by depression, how life is actually giving you the punch in the face. So you have to compose based on what you feel.
yeah.
So the energy wasn't stable. It was total chaos. It was like a whole storm of emotions and stuff like that.
I see. So,
Yeah.
as a listener, what's your favorite song from the album?
Oh, without any doubt, Calvin of the Broken. It was the
Oh, my man, my man, my man.
it was the best song for the album. At least for me, it's many people actually love that song because they see it was like a whole different story.
Yeah,
It describes everything of the album, and that's why I actually love that song. It depends. For the rest, they love what they love, but for me, it's Calvin of the Broken.
I see.
Yep.
You wanted for sure to deliver a message from the album to everyone who listened to it. So, what will that message be?
Well, based on the music, I try to give that the listener to discover black metal within the nation, within Morocco. So yeah,
Okay.
we are a black metal band. We're trying to give something different. We're trying to, because during the whole 25 years, I guess, of black metal here in Morocco, it wasn't that special. It was like a copy paste thing, bands copying each other and doing the same thing. Sometimes doing something sucks, which is it's normal, doing what they love, so it's fine. It's their music, not mine. But when it comes to our music, I always try to give something different. We always try to give something special, to give
I see.
a whole new story. So from the album, we took the other way around, giving something different, giving something new. So I'm not sure if we succeed in that. It's up to the fans if they
Yeah.
can see that we succeed in that or not. But yeah, like I said, just keep releasing music so they can see if you're leaving marks behind or maybe not. It's up to the fans.
Yeah.
We're delivering our message, but the receiver, whether they take it good, whether they take it not good, it's up to them. It's fine. I'm not sure. We're not focusing on that side that much because it's still our music. So if you actually give a listen or to the criticize and all that shit, you're not gonna give us something. So back to the message, we're just fucking things around, giving music. It's not that serious. I mean, we take black metal seriously. We're adapting that style to, it's a lifestyle. You have to live with black metal. You have to live black metal. It's a whole different philosophy. It's not just music. So that's that's the whole point of it.
I
That's how
see.
it's that's how I at least see it.
I see.
Yep.
So, in a world of streaming, how important it is for you to sell or to deliver physical copies for Moroccan fans or fans live outside Morocco?
Well, for in that question, that's actually a good question. It's because we're living in a world full of streaming services. You can find thousands of music services, but there are sucks.
Yeah.
Except Bandcamp. I appreciate a
Oh,
world with Bandcamp. It's actually a good platform. We're not advertising the platform, but it's a good platform. But the platform. Back to the question of releasing physical copies, we're actually so dedicated with that. We actually released the first album in a digipack format. So we try to deliver it in vinyl, but come on, we're broke. We couldn't, we
Morocco.
couldn't afford it. Yeah, we couldn't afford it. So that's why the label actually helps. And being independent, it's actually a pain in the ass. So you have to deal with all the financial side. So we were like giving any pence for the music. So yeah, it's actually important for us. We're always trying to give something different, like I said before. So we released the album in the digipack format, and we're trying to deliver other formats for next releases, maybe a vinyl. We're trying to deliver it in vinyl. Maybe I'm still looking for any label if they could take care of the vinyl for the first album and do like a repress, since here in Morocco, actually, there's only few bands who actually do the physical or that focus on the physical side.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe there's only one alternative rock who actually released their music on vinyl, and the rest is just few people who released this in CDs. We still have our CDs here. I actually have some other few copies. There's the CD. It's a digipack.
Nice.
If one is not
Nice.
open, I'm having this one. It's open, so we have like a
Oi,
CD,
oi.
booklet here.
What a
We
design.
Yeah, the design it's actually this one it's good here. So the designer behind that album is actually the drummer from Sakadoya.
Okay.
So it's
Salutations
full
to the
time.
drummer of Sakadoya, by the way.
Uh, he actually took care of the whole visuals. We really trust him with that. He actually delivered. Uh, I'm gonna always trust him with the cover and the visuals of the next releases. So back to the question of whether it's important or not, I see it's a huge part. So it actually supports the artist. So like I said, we don't play gigs like many gigs. We played only 2 shows in 2025 and 1 show in 2024. You can't just expect any income from these gigs since it's not stable and they pay shit. So anyway, you have to expect income from the physical t-shirts. We actually did a strict limited t-shirts. I guess 15 t-shirts was sold back then in September, and we still have our CDs. So the physical side is always something that boosts your music and supports you actually. So it's something normal, something fine. You have to do it. And I'm always advising those people to do the physical
Yeah.
because come on, it's physical. You have to have it. You could feel it in your hands.
Yeah.
Instrumental is just codes in the air. You're listening to the air. It's not that good. You can't support and fuck Spotify for anything.
Fuck
You're not
Spotify.
doing
I use
anything.
Spotify, by the way.
Nah, we're putting our music in Spotify just so they can discover it. We're not expecting anything from that services platforms. It's total shit. But the music from the physical is it's uh it's a different story. It's the adventure of feeling the music in your hand. When you see the visuals, when you see the CD or the vinyl or the CD, the cassette or something like that. And for the collectors, I actually collect. We have a huge collector in our band. The bassist
Okay.
actually, he's a huge fan of vinyls. He has a good collection of vinyls, the black metal and death metal. He's a huge
Salutations to
fan of
you, my
vinyl.
man.
He always described himself as the vinyl collector of Morocco. So I appreciate what he does, and what he do for his life. And yeah, he actually was the reason of injection the idea of physical to the band. So he had an impact, which is good. So I'm always trying to give him a listen and deliver the ideas that he always tried to give, the physical stuff. And yeah, that's the whole point. It's an importance. You have to give your music in the physical so that
Yeah.
people can actually collect it and revive the old spirits because black metal have to be primitive. So black metal have to be in physicals. That's how I at least and how the band see the whole point of the
Yeah.
physical format.
So, what would you say to a musician living in Morocco or North Africa, despite we live in the same situation? So, what would you say to him as like to start a new black metal project or a new project in general?
Well, to give them an advice, actually, uh, if it's for the young generation, I'm actually a young one, so I am 23 years old. I'm still young. I'm still craving the advice from the old generation. So I'm always trying to listen to the old generation and have their experience
Yeah.
in my hand, so I can learn from their mistakes and deliver something without mistakes. But mistakes is the part of the journey. So that's to advise the generation. especially the upcoming generation or my generation in this case, because the old generation are just they learn from their mistakes. They know you can say they know what they are doing, but sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's not. It's we respect them, but anyway. So for those who are trying to play music and start a new project, whether it's black metal or maybe it's not, or just a metal project, just they have to just play music. Don't expect any income. That's the first rule they have to put in mind. Play music, do not expect any income, and people will hate you for sure, because the
Sure.
scene is not healthy that enough. So the scene is full of corruption. So you have to deal with that corruption. Fight fire with fire. So you have to fight that corruption with corruption.
Yeah.
You can't just stand there and release music and expect people to love it. And that's actually what I see in the black metal scene, especially. They don't expect any income, so they already know this rule. They already adopted this, so they know there is no income, and I'm not expecting anyone to love me. So hate is a principle, and you have to
Yeah.
deal with it. So it's fine. And for others in the other genre or other scene, it's up to them. Just play music and do whatever you want. Play it, uh, and especially I'm trying to tell them to never break up, because this is the main issue here in Morocco. You can find, I don't know, 100 bands that played in the past, but only few that is still active. There are numbered. You can count them on the hand.
Yeah.
And the main issue behind that, I don't know. It's maybe ego, maybe they expect income, and when they face the better, the better truth, they just like, okay, metal, it's not that good, so they just change it. And sometimes they just change with how life change. So for my advice, always stand on the same point. Never expect any income. Play music for music. People will hate you for sure, and never break up. That's how I see it. And that's my advice to the generation that is upcoming, or my generation in this case.
Okay.
Yep.
So we've done here with the questions. Uh, do you have anything like to say to the fans? Any advice? Any salutations?
Well, first of all, I wanna thank you for having us. Thank you
My pleasure.
for all the questions. They're actually good questions. I salute you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, for doing that. And thanks to Black Metal Artists, thanks to the fans who listen to us, and thanks to those who hate us. I mean, hate is something. We love hate. So
Yeah.
hate is in our veins. So that's pretty much. I'm trying to deliver another message to the fans or the people who listen to us. There is upcoming music, so stay tuned. There's new releases. We're we're working on the next album. We are always trying to work in silence, so we don't give so many information about that. But yeah, you could expect that maybe this year will be a single. I'm not sure if it's an EP, maybe just single, but anyway, we're not sure yet. So in the next year, probably the second album, maybe. So we're trying to deliver stuff. And for the promoters here in Morocco, fuck you and fuck whatever comes from you. They hate you all. We're trying to give shows to those fans, and you're trying to stop us, so whatever. if you see this thing, it's fuck. I don't care. It's I fuck things up, so it's fine. You could call us and play shows. You could not. It's up to you. It's up to whoever you love. So yeah, that's the whole message. That's the whole that's the whole vision behind Pagan Ulver, behind how we play, how we try to always go far beyond what is normal or what is just there. So we're trying to always give new things to the scene. So that's it.
Thank you, man, for joining. Thank you for accepting the invitation. I'm really honored to meet you here, and uh, and I'm a fan of your music, actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed our interview with Pagan Ulvar, and thank you for viewing, and thanks to like, share, and comment if you like, if you might to, and yeah, see you in another interview, and goodbye.
Above the beat I was standing.